You're on the desk.
Sheesh.
Sheesh went to the finals with his team.
Sheesh.
You were on the desk.
Sheesh is on a free ride, okay?
Hey, he's still on the team. He can still say he is grand finals runner-up. He had a medal.
Don't even say. He had
He's got a medal.
He got the medal.
Sheesh even got the medal for that. So he is, you know, he's supporting his team.
Lineups here on attack. Double M48 pattern for Utopia, if I'm seeing that correctly. Yeah. And triple 5A, double bat. GoHard coming in I7, M48, STRV, bats, and a T100. They have been using a similar lineup to this for a while, like collapse on the M48.
Look at this from GoHard, though, Daki.
They've done this before. They've done this against multiple teams. Sometimes they go with 3 bats there.
But what's the cap rush? Like, if Utopia rush the cap, if they see that there's an overmatch,
they have the M48 is supposed to play on the ridge and get the resets in the beginning. That's what they did as well, I think, against Oops, I think it was.
This is, I mean, they're basically taking 4 tanks out of the battle right now. Had Utopia rushed in...
Well, they're going to keep pushing. They're going to keep pushing K-Line the entire time.
And GoHard are backing off the entire time. What are GoHard doing? They're giving up all vision of base 2.
They still have the M48. Goga Collapse will just, like, he's waiting for his team to start clearing out K-Line. Once they do, he will keep pushing along the June. Like, he's now currently locked down because of Papa Pavian. But as soon as his tanks keep pushing, Papa Pavian will not be able to hold that position. And then he can play on the ridge. He can play on that ridge line, peek over and get the resets. So it's not all bad here for GoHard. They are doing the rotations on time. But the question is if they expect Bihu and Muka to be there as well. If they don't, then it's a game over.
Bihu and Muka look like they're going to peek up into the middle of the dry riverbed. K-line push coming here from GoHard to the top. We're looking at Stefan, who's up in the top corner at A0. Trying to climb on his own. Can't really do that, Daki, can you?
He can, if he does it right. Otherwise, he wouldn't be doing it.
Okay.
So, but here we go. Failware, negative, setting up in position. Let's see how much damage these M48 patents take.
So the patents are lit. Are they going to know that somebody's behind them?
Yes, of course. I think Papa Pavian is RIP.
Muka, I mean, they can drive forward and get dragged into that riverbed, but there's 2 shots coming out already. So Muka taking some damage, Bihu taking some damage as well. They're going to try and get themselves safely. They should be going down, not backwards. It's an easy farm for them as Steroids gets killed Collapse at the top of the map. Negative drops Muka, so that is pattern for pattern right now. GoHard lost their pattern, Utopia lost their pattern. Shoku taking a little bit of damage for Utopia and his Batcha. Bihu's taking a little bit of damage, but what's actually going on here, Daki?
The thing is, they have triple cap right now with 27 seconds left, which means that somebody from GoHard is going to have to go forward. It's going to be Stefan, it's going to be Kaizu. But in the meantime, Failware and Negative are still reloading, and with 19 seconds left, these 5As can do a lot of damage while they're trying to punish the guy who comes to reset. Biku in the meantime is rushing Nile. If he gets onto the side of him, that's a dead STRV as well. Nile really needs to track him.
Nile gets a tracking shot onto Biku. There's a push coming into cap circle. 17 seconds left. They're holding out the shots. But look at this. Red tracer lines coming in, so that shows that GoHard are getting angles onto him. GoHard still have a huge amount of HP on the board, and Utopia are starting to bleed HP everywhere. Annihilator's getting tracked by Biku. Biku has clipped out. He hasn't killed him with all his shots. He's going to try and run away. So that stopped Annihilator from being able to get any crossfire shots. Negative taking some damage here on GoHard. Utopia continuing to bleed HP. They're moving out of the cap circle now to try and take the fight to GoHard.
Nile needs to be careful. You could see that an STRV exposed just the slide part and the 5A instantly punishing it. Kaizu in the meantime is pushed up to a quite strong position. And now Nile really needs to be the crucial player here. He needs some support. He needs a friend, somebody to bail him out because he can do the damage towards these 5As, but not when Biku is a threat in the side.
Both Steroids and also Never Carry missed shots there into Nile. Now Shoku is being focused as Biku has also been focused for Utopia. Shoku surviving on 24 HP, Biku only on 209. GoHard have lost Annihilator now, so they've lost that slight advantage that they had. It's still right on the wire here.
The thing is, Bihu and both Bihu and Shoku are low HP. If somebody like Zafarche could take both of these guys out of the game rather quickly. Papa Pavian has a healthy amount of HP, but the thing about is so bad for Utopia right now is that they can't go onto the scap. Failware is controlling the south side of the map. He might even find Bihu if he goes down there. He spots him out. He will find him. Now this is the thing. They cannot go on the cap. They cannot play around with the cap because GoHard controls their base.
Biku peeked, missed his shot. Failware missed his shot. Failware misses a second shot. Biku still holding his shot. Failware doesn't connect with a third shot. Biku connected. Failware missed with a fourth shot. He has 1 more shot to go. No, Failware still has 2 shots to go, sorry. So he's just biding his time, making sure to connect as Biku is peeking and doing a hell of a lot of damage. Failware is failing here, Daki.
Yeah, but he needs to just kill him right now. That's the thing. He picked it up. He did take so much damage for it, way more than it's needed. But the 5As are pushing onto Kaizu right now to try and take him out of the game. He's the last, well, one of the 2 tanks with HP for the GoHard side.
Never Carry's taking a little bit of damage. We see Steroids pushing here into failure. Steroids can get a kill here. It will swing things back in his team's favour. Never Carry taking some damage there as Stefan gets the kill on Never Carry. Shapanic now is stuck between Kaizu and Stefan. But look at this, Shoku getting the kill on Stefan. Shoku was the one that had a slight sliver of health. He's on 24 HP, still gunning the game. We've said that so many times. It's always so vital. Papa Pavin now coming over to try and take out Kaizu. Utopia have wrestled control of this battle, Daki, and GoHard have thrown it.
In the meantime, Zafar is trying to duel with Steroids here in the 5A. Steroids getting pushed now, but he might pick up Zafar before he goes down. Triple kill from him. Negative should remove him from the game, but against Papa Pavian with 1.2k HP, he can do whatever, and Steroids almost got another shot off.
Steroids surviving there till the very end. Now there's a 2-man cap here from Utopia. They know that Negative is the only person alive.
This is over.
If shots were being counted, they would know he's on 2, but Negative can't come in and trade and reset. Papa Pavin can just rush him and take him out on his own. Brilliant play there from Utopia, preserving the guns and still fighting there. Shoku picking up a vital kill against Stefan, then allowing Papa Pavin to kill Kaizu.
Yeah. This was good stuff from Utopia, really, really good stuff. Failware did really fail in that one. If it would have made such a big difference, probably Shapanek got the last kill there. Really good stuff from Utopia, really well played. Coca Collapse going down in return for that M48 from the side of Utopia. I think they could have done more damage to those patents. I think they waited maybe a little bit too long to start opening fire.
That was really strange from Fairway though. He went in full health and Bihu was a one-shot.
The thing is, Bihu from that position, he spotted Failware, and Bihu is obviously going to peek to try and make the difference, because what Failware sees is a small part of the turret, a very small part of the turret. And as soon as Bihu gets the first shot, like Bihu, obviously both bats have the same interclip, right? So the interclip is the same. So Bihu peeks, right? He lands the first shot, Failware shoots in return. Misses. What this causes is the fact that Bihu can peek again. He can peek again, shoot him, and by the time Failware is reloaded, Bihu's driving forward again. This is one of those things that's very annoying for batshot players when you're doing this. So this causes the fact that every time Bihu has fired, Failware has just about reloaded. He fires, Bihu's around the corner again. And as soon as Failware drives forward, Bihu peeks on turret again. The same thing happens, which means that he was a 2-shot. Obviously, Bihu couldn't kill him, but he made him a 1-shot. Failware pretty much was going to lose that fight as soon as he misses that first shot. Because then Bihu just keeps peeking. And he's okay with that, because he needs to. Otherwise, Failware just rushes and kills him.
It's crazy. I mean, that was not cool. It was really unfortunate. Looked like GoHard were kind of in control, but as I was saying, this is the thing about Utopia. They look to be playing extremely strongly as a team. Like, they look like they're very in sync with each other. Papa Pavin, especially right now, is playing fantastic for them.
I said GoHard needs a good start. That was not a good start. They need this round. Because after that disappointing performance, after training for another week, after, like, you know, trying to fix the issues that they've had.
Trying to think to themselves, what did we do wrong, let's change it.
Yeah, if you're trying to fix the issues, and then you come to your next match, and you lose the first map 2-0, that's like morale 0, instantly.
Yeah, 100%. Now, looking here on the lineups, WZ5A, 3 of them coming out for GoHard. We have 2 bat chats, 3 bat chats, and a T100. Now, Utopia going with a single pattern, a Rhyme Panzer here from Mucka. 555A double bat chat. So fairly flexible lineup here for Utopia.
Well, we know what the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen is going to do. He's going to be climbing up on B9 by himself, like we saw Stefan try. But look at the stuff from GoHard. They are not interested in number 2 base whatsoever. They're going super aggressive towards the south, perhaps trying to catch. But they might be trying to catch out a batchat or something that is going to be crossing K-line, or they just want to go catch that 5A, and if they keep pushing, they will. But
they do see Shapanik, and he stops
but the issue is the timing. He didn't cross fully yet. He's still in that hole where you see a lot of randoms be played. He's still in that hole, so they didn't catch that, but I guess they just wanted to take map control over that side, and they have.
Now, Utopia have a huge amount of information to know where all these tanks from GoHard are. They're all following the same line. They're following Negative here, so it looks like something that GoHard have put a little bit of practice into to split across. 2 tanks going one way, 2 tanks going the other way, so interesting to see what GoHard are planning to do here.
Well, they have taken control over this side of the map, so that's good stuff from them now. We need to see how this progresses, like how they cannot cap, obviously. Like, it's impossible for them to cap #1 base. So there needs to be some sort of rotation here, a decisive one for that, that causes a rotation or a commitment from Utopia. Steroids relocating back. I guess what they really want to cause is Utopia to have an overcommitment on one side. If Utopia has, like, if you have 2 tanks, Utopia has 3, that's like, you know, that's an overcommitment for them. Now, Utopia has about 1, 2, 3 tanks focused on that area of the map. Well, GoHard has also 3, so it's even, quite even. Coca Collapse is really not gonna like do much in this trade here. He might win it, he might not, but it's super hard to actually do that. The rotation has to come out from GoHard. I don't see how they play from this point on and win. Like, they need to pretty much pull back tanks, and they kind of have to re-push the other side one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, it's 2 minutes into the map. They've got a bit of map position.
Nice.
Nice shot there from Coca Collapse into Shepanik. The thing is like, okay, they've got this position, but how are they going to make it work to their advantage here? Never carry, peeking here over the June in the middle. So, I mean, what we're seeing here from GoHard is either they're going to do some kind of play on base 1, or they're going to try and kill everybody. Utopia are going to happily not push into them because they're a defending team. They're going to sit back and run down that clock. So, what do you think they're going to be doing here, Daki? What's GoHard's plan?
I guess they're just shipping away right now, thinking about what their next move is going to be. So far, they can't push 0 line. That is just absolute suicide. Like, that would insta-die because you have steroids there, supported by a Bat, supported by Bihu, supported by the Rheinmetall as well, and Papa Pavian. There's 4 tanks. That's insta-dead, so they cannot push that. One slight thing that they... Ooh, Negative's going to go onto the cap.
He's super low. He's facing backwards.
Steroids might be able to spot him, though. I want to see about that. He
He
does
could
not have
make-
anything special like Camonet or so.
Steroids.
It's also possible that Steroids can't spot him and peeking up. Actually, he cannot spot him because if he...
June.
No, he can't spot him because if he peeks up there, Kaizu will shoot him in the side. And I don't think Shepana can spot, peek up and spot either.
Bihu did peek over the Judes and get shot at there. Bit unfortunate. He was the one trying to get vision, so maybe this is the plan here from GoHard. They can use that super low profile of the T100 and it'll be fine sitting at the back. The only danger is if they send in a T1000 and then he's in real trouble.
Perhaps, but they'll have to go back into the future to find that first.
Back to the future, yeah.
So far, so good for GoHard. 50% cap. The Utopia is going to have to commit something to spot. I mean, either Steroids is going to have to push forwards, or Shepanik is going to have to peek up very high to try and make the spot. I feel like Shepanik will have to be the one that peeks up all the way to spot, but he's getting out-traded. That's Stefan. I think that was Stefan that hit him as well from the back lines. He's in K8.
Right in the cupola there. Look at all the blind shots here trying to come
They
into
found
negative.
him.
There's a connection. They got the connection. He backs off
It was
immediately. Immediately.
Yeah, but they did a good amount of damage for that, though. Shepanik down to 395. One of the options that GoHard could go for at any given time is the one where you take like 2-3 bats and you jump over where Coca collapses straight into Shepanik, and then you keep pushing towards Steroids because you can't really punish for that, but you need to push Steroids at the same time as well with like 1 or 2 5As. If you don't do that, then Steroids just sits hold down. So that is something they could go for at one point, to push Shepanik, continue onto Steroids, kill him, and then start the cap again, for example. But that's risky. It's a risky play, though. I don't think they want to go for that because they have negative capping right now.
Cap started out again. Steroids took a shot to the gun and repaired that almost instantly.
I want to see how close Biku is getting with these blind shots.
He's getting very close. You need to really see it from the point of view of negative there, to see how close they're landing with the laser.
Maybe we can see with the laser.
Lasers. Nice. Nicely done.
Okay, so he's a little bit off right now.
Yeah, down a bit.
He's getting closer, though.
Yeah. He's doing it like measured.
But he's doing step by step. He's shooting somewhere, then shooting.
Oh, that's the same place.
That was the same place.
Is he going to go slightly to over again? Oh, no, too short.
I guess I landed short. But look where Stefan and Kaiser are.
Okay, they're pushing up like you said. They're getting ready to gather over.
That's what I told you.
Jump over, get Shepanik, and then move on to Steroids, exactly as you said, Daki.
Yes, that's what I think.
You're a wizard, Daki.
Sometimes. I mean, they might not do it because they have the cap right now, but I think they can still get away with it.
Shoku's taking a little damage. They're just chipping away here at Utopia. This is This is nice from GoHard. I like this. It's like a base 1 play.
Well, they spotted negative.
Zafar getting shot. Negative is shot, and he is backed off.
They go Stefan and Kaizu.
Look at this. The pop. Oh, peeking up. Stefan took a lot of damage for that. Kaizu gets the kill on Shoku.
Well, this works as well. I don't know if they were waiting for that or waiting to push over, but they made it work one way or another. They can still push over if they want at any given time. Negative can now go back onto the cap because Utopia has lost the tank. Now, the thing is for... Stefan took so much damage for that, though. The thing is for GoHard that time is running. Like, they have 3 minutes and 20 seconds. This is the last time they can really afford to do this thing with negative. Now they need to start negative to start capping. In the meantime, they also need to go for the push. Like, you want to have both cap pressure.
Cap with him as well?
Maybe. Yeah, he will. You need to have both cap pressure and push pressure.
In front of him? If they push Stefan in front of him, and he can hide behind Stefan. Stefan's not
I don't think Stefan's tall enough to do that. There's always an angle.
If he was side on, maybe, no?
Maybe. Very maybe.
I mean, negative's in a different area. Stefan shot and backed off, so... I mean, he connected with Bihu and then immediately ran away.
Well, these heavies from Utopia are going to start pushing forward rather quickly, I think, like Never Carry and Steroids. Papa Pavian's going for the spot, or trying to. At least it looked like it. Backing off. I think these 5As are going to start closing the distance for
Coca-Cola
Utopia.
taking another hit there. He's down to 436. Failware taking a hit. Kaizu taking a shot. He does get damage. Damoraki repairs immediately. They've jumped into Shapanik. Shapanik got shot off there. Kaizu's getting one into Shapanik. Shapanik just misses out on getting another kill there. And Failware is trying to shoot across into Steroids to keep him back. Now, Biku's taking a lot of damage. It looks like Utopia are trying to force something here because they don't want GoHard to try and cap out. They want to try and run down the clock here, Daki.
Well, they have 45 seconds. Steroids is now going to start taking the place of Shapanik. He is taking some damage before that. I really think this Never Carry needs to start pushing forwards as well.
Nice from Zafarchik coming around the back, connecting there into Steroids. Now he can finish off Papa Pavin as well, who's on a reload. He's going to ram him for a little bit more damage. Get his shot off as well. Go back in maybe for another ram, but no. It's actually Failware getting the kill on Papa Pavin. Biku coming in trying to get shots. He peeks over, but they know exactly where it is. He's trying to get shots. It's negative he wants to connect with. GoHard still have 7 guns in the game. This is a problem that Utopia have. Their 3 tanks are going to just everywhere they peek, there's going to be a gun facing them. But look at that. Never Carry picks up a kill onto Collapse.
Yeah, but they need to stay alive for another 40 seconds, and I don't think it's going to happen. Biku needs to spot this gap for 40 seconds because GoHard can just put 3 on them. It will take only 40 seconds to complete, so they need to reset it under that, which is not going to happen. Even with 2 guys, they have enough time to cap. Biku just needs to die, and then Muka is in an isolated position where he's not going to make anything work. And I'm pretty sure Steroids got Amorak. That looked like an Amorak explosion.
We came round, he didn't have, well, he wasn't on full HP.
He was on 900.
Yeah, he still had a decent amount hit right into the rear end. So Muka's going to run down. Failware knows exactly what to expect, and Muka's getting hit every time there. And Failware just holding his shots. Although Muka can get a kill on him, has to be, oh, nicely done. Just slightly hides back there. So Annihilator, as we kind of expected, would just go over and bully out Biku because he has the HP to trade. Muka rushed into Failware, but Kaizu has 2 shots left. He can come over and duel with him as well. But I mean, this is no way that Muka's going to get a reset.
5
seconds to go. He might get a reset, but he'll die doing it basically. 1 second coming in. It looks like he will get. Nope. Kaizu gets a triple kill. And nice to come back into that one from GoHard. Nice to see something different being used in Sand River.
I really wonder if Stewart's got Amracked or not, because that could have changed something.
If he'd been staying, but the thing is that when Zafar was coming around the back, Zafar still had a lot of HP. So Zafar would have
I mean, like, he could have killed maybe 1 or 2 of the bats before Zafar killed him. I think the bats were both on reload at that point. I think both of them were on reload after that shot, and Zafar would take 2 shots to kill him.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm gonna be call production here in a second. Be like,
but no, good that GoHard came back into it. Different tactics. Annihilator coming out, top damage. Failware, reminding me why I shouldn't have removed him from my fantasy team. Coca-Cola coming up 3rd. So 3 top tanks coming out from GoHard. Production
is compensating for bad predictions.
Yeah, I mean their predictions were terrible.
And bad haircuts as well.
Whoa. There's a guy that has a haircut very similar to yours right now, to be honest.
I mean, other than it's like 30 centimeters longer. But yeah,
we have to be careful because they can put stuff up on the screen, so we're not going to have the last laugh.
I always have the last laugh. But yeah, I mean, it could have been slightly different if, I mean, Shoku spotted the cap. I don't know if he could have made it out safely. That's the question. If he did a full speed spot, for example, because he stopped to shoot negative. Perhaps if he, like, just went backwards, he wouldn't die. that's the question. And also, did this WZ get ammo racked or not? That's another question. If he didn't, I'm pretty sure he could have killed at least 1 or 2 of the bots.
So maybe either ammo racked or just double tapped at the same time.
It looked like an ammo rack.
Well, I didn't see. I was too busy looking at the lives. I had my eyes focused down on Zafarchik rather than up to where he was shooting, and you were. So it's just different eye level, basically, watching different things. Not watching the right things.
Oh well, good stuff from GoHard there, though. They did the push I was talking about, but it was already too late, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, they took
no, I
damage
think
for doing
the thing is that why I thought it was too late is because in the meantime, Utopia already had like 2 bots in that position as well.
But now we're going to go into mines. Cap 2 there in the water doesn't really get done. I used to get sometimes cap rushed. Cap 1 up over by the town. Now we're going to have GoHard on the attack. We're going to have Utopia on the defense, and lineups, well, vehicles we've seen used plenty of times here. IS4, interesting. Kind of mixed lineup there from Utopia on the defense.
Yeah, but quite standard nonetheless, though. I mean, they have all tanks that... Okay, where is Papa Pavian going? That is the only question I have right now. Is he going to try?
He's not going to try and climb.
No, he is. That's what I want to see, dude.
Oh, ho, ho!
Style points.
Papa
Nice.
Pavian. This man is starting to be the one to watch for his team.
He can
right
get
now.
behind that rock on time, actually. There we go. They won't even know it.
He has been one of the standout players for his team right now. Like, by far and away, the standout player.
Good stuff from Papa Pavian. He has the hill.
Oh, look at this.
He could also cross over at one point, by the way, if he wanted to.
Now, GoHard looks like they were planning something down south. On the...
No, they were just trying to shoot the crossing, because Stefan's next to the rock. And they're still going to hold the angle, because they know if Shuku crosses over, he'll be spotted. So he'll be spotted. Biku is in an interesting position as well, though. Look where he's sitting. He's just like between the rock. He knocked over the 3 to make sure he doesn't get spotted, waiting for somebody to peek onto the hill. Utopia is trying to counter like the basic reactions from the teams.
This is interesting here. We've not seen teams wait for something like this for quite a long time. And this is what sometimes...
You saw the tree? You saw the tree fall on the island? No. That means that, I mean, Coca-Cola saw that as well. That means they know that somebody crossed over. Yep. So now they're going to back off because there's no more point to hold the angle if somebody's already crossed.
Failware is expecting someone. I mean, they know they've got the T100, but they don't know if the T100 was who got onto the island or not.
They wouldn't have spotted the T100 if he crossed over, but he does seem to be expecting it.
Maybe they've scrimmed against each other. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Utopia don't have a lot of information here of GoHard and where they are. I mean, Utopia are going to be maybe a little bit confused. The double mouse now starting to push up into the hill. Coca-Cola leading Annihilator. Annihilator looks like he's actually going to go around the back of the hill where Negative and Zafarchik. Please tell me... No, they're not going to do okay. 2 1-1-3s, so maybe GoHard planning something down. I mean, we've seen this before, Daki, where the tanks go over, don't they? They go over to like F9 and start trying to trade with basically never carry.
Yeah. The thing is, never carry does not have a lot of support right now. He has Bihu, who's not in a position to help because he's behind a house.
Look at this, he's climbing up right in front of Kaizu.
Yeah, he got over all the way. They won't spot him.
Biku gets spotted out at the back in his E4 and he gets a shot connected into him. Papapavan getting a shot into fail where Kaizu immediately shoots where he thinks he was, and it was right beside him. So they know Papapavan was up there, he is lit, and that can give his team a huge amount of information.
He climbed all the way on the top like the old way people used to do. Now this is super vital what he's doing here.
Now it's worth pointing out, because people are going to ask about this in chat, that climb is still available right now, but it's not the same climb, is it?
No, it's not the same. It got changed. There's some invisible walls, but they didn't extend them long enough, so you can still get around it.
But it's a very risky move to do now.
Yeah, because if you fail, you get stuck next to the rock for at least like 15 to 20 seconds, and you're almost always dead. It's also almost impossible to do in randoms.
Yep, and for the counter to come back up and try and for anyone to come up and try and get rid of him is going to be much more difficult. So, I mean, the T100 doesn't necessarily do a lot of damage, but it's just a vision he can give his team on this side of flank. And now GoHard are going to probably think to themselves, well, we need to do perhaps something different.
I don't think they can push down. They will get farmed to hell. Because usually when you push down 9-0, Biku has relocated, by the way, from behind the house. If you didn't notice, he's back at J8. If they now do the usual push is going down 890 line. English is hard when you're slow in the brain. If you go down 890 line, they will not just take the damage from Biku. Because usually you go to like H7, H8, because you have the rock there to work with, and then the T100 will just be putting shot after shot after shot into the back of you, and we see how long it takes to kill that mouse, right? So that's not worth it at all. So they have to push 1-2. They have no other option to push than 1-2, and Utopia should be punishing this really hard. Bihu should also not be looking down 9-0 line, because of the fact that Papa Pavian is up. Papa Pavian gives early info. He gives the info that when they're pushing, he spots them crossing over to the city. He knows negative is there, but I don't think like he would spot him. So they know when the push comes, they know. That means Bihu should be aiming on 1-2 line. It should be, because if he goes to the back corner,
parting shot onto negative as he goes.
If he goes to the back corner, he can also shoot 1-2 line. So they should have both the TDs and Shepanek and Shuku shooting the 1-2 line crossing.
Coca-Cola slowly making his way up here, but he's spotted out there by Shoku or Muka. And Zafarchik facing off here against Steroids. Coca-Cola is connected there by Muka. Shepanek bounces his shot, and he's going to start a cap. Huge ricochet again there from Muka off the side of the turret.
This is an STRV shooting at a mouse.
Annihilator though, just took one to the face, rolling over up there in the middle.
This STRV should be farming this mouse pretty quickly. They are going to put a bat behind it, but I don't know how successful this is going to be. They have Shuku on the island though. If Shuku peeks out, he should be able to get a reset. Fairway is not fully safe. I don't think so, at least.
I think Shepanek can still connect into him. There's the farm stand coming to Coca-Cola.
That's Shuku.
From Shuku. Shuku's taking a bit of damage himself for this. But he's got nice flanking shots into the side of Coca-Cola. Whole clip out there.
And Fairway got resetted.
And Muka got the kill on Coca-Cola. So GoHard bleeding HP and now lost a mouse. Fairway in a kind of dangerous situation here. Can't run without getting shot. So looks like GoHard's initial plans had to be changed from the 8 line to the 1-2 line. And Utopia are in a really nice defensive position right now.
They don't really need to do anything. They have 1 minute and 35 seconds. This mouse and IS-4 are starting to work their way up to the hill. Stefan. Okay, is he going to cross? No, he's just spotting in 1-2 line. Shepanek can really take the damage if he wants to and just cross over. I mean, he almost doesn't have to care. Failware is not safe towards Shuku, so Shuku should peek out at any moment and just reset. I mean, no, not any moment. He should let it go on for at least another 20 seconds or so and then reset.
Just run down the clock and then go for the reset. I mean, Fairware's, you can see him pre-aiming here already. Wants to try and get that quick shot off. He's loaded with heat as well.
I mean, I think the heavies from the hill are also aiming there, but if Shuku does it right, because Fairware is perma spotted, he can just auto-aim him. Honestly, you can just, like, you can right-click him and then just drive out just about enough and kind of pre-fire the shot, if you know what I mean. You can kind of pre-fire the shot, so as soon as he comes around the corner, he shoots, and he should not take any damage from the heavies for that.
There's
and he just got splashed by HE.
Coming in there already, yeah.
He got splashed by HE.
So, bit of a tough spot for GoHard here. Not looking like there's an easy way out, as Fairware does get shot at there by Shoku, and Shoku doesn't take any damage in return. So Shoku might want to peek again, try and get the kill. And he does. They trade shots, but Shoku got a kill for that. 31 HP. Oh, losing his commander as well, but
doesn't matter.
Again, we just saw it though previously in Sand River. You cannot discount someone on health like that. It's still a gun in the game. It's a backjack. It can still really wreck your day.
There's nothing that GoHard can do here that is going to change the course of this round.
Negative peeks and takes a shot there from Steroid, and Zafarchik bounces. Never carry taking a couple of shots there for his trouble though, because Annihilator's able to move up. Stefan finally gets the kill on Shoku. He pushed over there. Got himself stuck, actually. No, he stopped into the long grass there, so that's a bit sneaky from him, getting a couple of shots off there. Looks like they're continuing to focus here into Steroids and never carry. GoHard going a bit aggressive here, still bleeding HP, so Utopia have lost the bat chat, and now GoHard have lost a mouse, they've lost the bat chat, and they've lost the 113, so really difficult task here for GoHard to come back into this one. They're
trying to trade, but it's just not going to work for them because Utopia has the double TD that are sitting in the back. This mouse, IS-4, they're fine to trade. And even if they kill them, even if they kill the mouse, even if they kill the IS-4, there's a Panzer Kampfwagen 7 also sitting there who's going to be annoying. And even after they kill that, they still have to cross against Papa Pavian and 2 TDs. This
nice
doesn't work.
Stefan. Immediately repaired, gets his second shot out.
Even if Stefan hits a full clip and sets him on fire, it is not going to be enough to change this round, because even if he does that, he's going to have to reload, and by the time he's reloaded, it's over almost.
There's 1 minute 15 pretty much left on the clock right now. GoHard just Really not much having an answer. I mean, Utopia set their defensive stall well. It just shows the power of the climb, still being able to do that. I mean, to be honest, Papapavan hasn't had much of an impact, but he forced GoHard to change their plans, which is in a way a massive thing, yeah.
Sometimes the threat of something is more important than the actual damage he does from there. The threat of him being able to shut down an entire push on 9-0 line is enough to be afraid. It's enough to make them rotate completely around and go for that cap strat, which I'm pretty sure wasn't their plan from the beginning, because you can't really have a bat in 1-2 line just, you know, killing your Batcha behind the mouse.
Biku getting a kill there on Stefan, who's over on the island. Now we can see the push coming in here. Steroids going against Annihilator. Steroids will come off reload quicker. 647 Steroids is not going to get a kill on him. 441 might actually survive. Annihilator connects with him. Can he crush him? No. So Steroids probably going to get a kill here on Annihilator. Let's go forward a little bit.
Nope.
Oh, nope. That's a swing and a miss.
He hit the outside of the turret instead of the mantlet. Never carry might be able to save him. Nile is Amarag though, so it doesn't really matter.
Time is up.
Over.
So Utopia leading again, 2-1, and it's looking like we could be getting 1-for-1 trades here all the way into potential tiebreaker.
Good stuff there from Utopia. We did say that there was a potential there for the climb still to be done.
Yeah.
They used it very well, and yeah, GoHard, it didn't seem like that was their plan, but obviously when something like this happens, it's like you have to adapt on the fly. And if their entire plan was based around 9-0 line, and then you all of a sudden have to go towards 1-2 line, doesn't really work out that well. Good stuff there from Shuku, Shapanek as well, and guys with steroids. I mean, it was good from Utopia. It was really good. What else can you say about it? It was solid defense.
Yeah. We've seen the defense being broken many times already here on Mines, and now we're seeing a solid defense.
I'd much rather had GoHard do something with pushing down 1-2 line with like 113s or something rather than this.
Yeah.
But the thing is also, because of Papapavin's position, you get Bihu's position, which we talked about. Like, Bihu was aiming on 1-2 line. So if you push down there with like 113s, like we saw GoHard do before, one of them should die because you take an STRV hit, you take at least a Batchat hit from Shuku as well, you take a Panzer Kampfwagen hit, and you take an E4 hit. That kills a single tank instantly. So no matter what GoHard did, they're going to lose a lot, but I'd almost like that more than this cap strat, which we haven't seen work yet. So, I don't know. I would rather have them do something crazy on 1-2 line than to go cap.
Well, we're going to see the team swap position now. So now it's GoHard's turn to be on defense, and we're going to see Utopia on the attack.
And I see a GC already.
Conqueror gun carriage.
Yep, for Utopia.
Interesting. We've seen this tank work. We've seen it not work.
We've seen it being countered.
We've seen it being countered. We've seen it do tremendous support damage. Steroid's going to be playing it like we said.
GoHard can play hell. GoHard can still go for the hell. Look at the lineup.
It's a lucky situation where you have two fantastic artillery players. So
I mean, they can still go towards the hill. Zafar is going to do the climb as well. Just watch him. He's going to do it in a T100 light tank. He's going for it as well.
Zafar going for the exact same thing we just saw earlier on. No.
Pretty much. Actually,
he's done it. Okay, yeah, he's just got to rock it back from forward a bit.
He's doing the other thing. He's just going straight for it, like I've shown. This is more risky.
Yeah,
like I've shown you
spotted.
this.
He can get shot here. Biku and Mucka are ready. Mucka can get a shot in. Biku's still reloading, so Mucka did get a shot. They know Zafarchik is up there. But
Artie's reloaded in 1 second.
What is their plan? I mean, is he going to get a connection here onto Zafarchik?
Missed.
Steroids is fired and missed. So you see the puff of smoke above Zafarchik.
That's the thing about the T100 light tank. Because they didn't have a TVP on the side of Utopia, Zafar can actually get away with that. He took one shot from the T100 light tank. He might have taken two, but the Batchers are not reloaded on time. They don't have the reloads.
Yeah, it would only work if they got the smaller gun, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but nobody's going to bring the smaller gun because there's no point. So he can get up before the Batchers are reloaded. I believe that this might become standard now with the T100 light tank doing that.
Until it gets removed next patch.
I mean, I was expecting people to start climbing again, to be honest.
Yeah, I think this is the devs are going to look at this as a challenge and be like, oh, okay, we missed stuff. Okay, well, rocks everywhere is what we see now. We just see like a ring of rocks around the map or something.
Look at Zafar as well. Like, look at his equipment. It's based around the. If we can look at Zafar's equipment, you can see that he also had a speed governor.
Okay, so
that's an interesting thing. Like, yeah, obviously, you know, at speed, it's 10%, right? I think it is 10% to the engine power. But if you leave it on too long, it damages your engine.
He's got food and he's got repair pack.
Yeah, so speed governor
Vents
to get up
as
quicker.
Well. Yep. So going for everything to boost the speed of the tank.
Yeah.
And he gets up there nice and quickly.
Well,
now, Muka switching flanks here, coming down 1-2 line. Steroids repositioning himself as well.
But look how far forward Stefan is in his IS-7.
It's bold.
It's hold down. You can't do anything against it. How are they going to dig out the IS-7? Maybe Artie? Maybe, but it will take him a long, long time to find that IS-7. Can't really deal with that. He'll be pretty invincible in that position almost. Actually, not pretty. Almost. Completely invincible.
Never carry. Taking a shot to the face there in his 5A.
Yeah, it's because the Safarchik is spotting him, and that means early damage will come out on towards him. That's the power of the T100.
And this is going to be a similar situation to what we just saw, isn't it? It's going to be really difficult. Oh, never carry. Stop taking damage, laddie. I'll put you in my fantasy team to do damage, not take damage.
He's in your fantasy team?
Yep. That's him.
Great.
GG, game over for him now. Now, I mean, this is going to go simply the way it was in the last round, wasn't it? It's going to be difficult for Utopia to push into GoHard because of that light tank up on the hill, giving them so much vision on that side. And then we're going to get a late switch to the 1-2 line, which is either going to fail spectacularly or work spectacularly. No,
it's going to fail spectacularly. Stefan will be able to shoot negative Kaizu in the 113. And Niall as well. It's almost the same thing as what would happen when GoHard would push down, because you have Stefan who will get the shot at least. Bihu.
Ammo racked as well.
Nice one though from
damaged
Bihu.
ammo rack, sorry, not ammo rack.
But like the same thing will occur, and they have an RT also, which they have to make work for the next 6 minutes. But he hasn't really done that much. Like he needs to pay dividend, and it's very hard for him to make it happen as it is.
Yeah, I mean, when the team fights come out, you've got Muka and you've got Steroids. They're going to be negligible. Now, you take out Muka for Zafarchik.
Kaiser, though, takes 300-ish.
They're out in similar situations with their same tanks. Now, you've got the Conquer gun carriage against anything else on GoHard. So, GoHard have the advantage in tanks there. 62 HP. Little slap in the face with an HE shell. You can see never carry.
It depends on how Koga collapses angling. You can see here, like from his first person, that he's really angling well. The only thing that's the only thing he can do. He can only fire HE. Nothing else will do any damage whatsoever.
And HP always does damage, Daki. Oh, HE.
Not always.
That's what you say.
I mean, I listen to the Lord.
That could be anybody right now.
Huh?
You listen to the Lord?
My Lord and Savior, QB.
Ah, okay. QB says HE always does damage. Alright, I didn't know that.
Wow, I'm disappointed.
Annihilator getting stunned there, so great shot by artillery.
Great shot, yeah. Honestly, it should get, you know, I had a talk with this, you know, I really think Artie's underpowered as it is.
Underpowered? Well, fair play to the enemy player. It was a great shot.
It should get a damage buff back to original values and should keep the stun and the accuracy as well. And I think then it'd be perfect.
Can you remember when Artie was tier 8, when it was like the kind of damage the tier 8s used to do?
Yes.
That's what we should bring back. There's not enough Artie. We should bring back 5 Artie per side.
Negative actually got 552 from blind shot from GC.
Chipping away at the HP though, so I mean Utopia is doing damage to GoHard and bringing the HP back down here. The stuns are annoying, the shots are annoying coming in from artillery, but Steroids just has not enough time to be able to get this to work for him. BQ taking a little bit of damage there on Utopia. Never Carry is taking a lot of damage in Utopia. He's well below half health at the moment, and nobody from GoHard really is near half health. Failware still full health.
It's the thing we talked about, right? Like the thing I said to you is as well, like Artie, it does chipping damage, but it does chipping damage on a lot of different tanks. It doesn't really consolidate onto one target. It's spread across the team. Now that doesn't have such a big impact as you would think it does, because everybody took one or two shots.
It's a prolonged fight as well.
Look at Never Carry. He's a 2-shot. If he pushes somewhere, he dies instantly.
It's a prolonged fight, so artillery only has so much damage that he can do. Like if the fight was longer than Art, he could farm away, but he doesn't have that thing to farm away here. It's only some kind of lucky Lucky Connection would do it. Negative is not even there. He's already down beside a separate rock. So unless Ari was to get a lucky pen or something like that, then he's just wasting shells all match. And you GoHard are happy to just run down the clock here. We're down to 3 minutes now. Utopia
has to come.
are going to be forced into a move.
It's pushing 1-2 line.
Shoku and Bihu already over there on the 1-2 line ready to go. But it's just too late to be able to do anything, so it's looking like it's going to be a 1-1 again.
Not too late just yet, but they have to push very quickly to make it work.
Awesome with the mouse. Do like their camo. I think it's the coolest one this season.
Any camo looks cool with the mouse.
It does, yeah. It shows it off. The Clan Wars digital camo looks awesome on it as well.
Chopin is going to push first, trying to take some attention, trying to take some shots, hoping that the GoHard guys are going to fire at him, but it's not going to happen, I think. Kaizu might. But with 2 minutes and 26 seconds left, I mean, they have to cross 1-2 line right here, right now.
This is bold. Shapanik's going to get all up in Stefan's face. Shoku and Bihu, you can see here on EF2 area, ready to make a run across. Papa Pavan ready to push at the same time. Shapanik might get a shot here into Stefan.
Well,
Stefan actually connects really well. Shapanik hasn't shot yet. Now the backchat's going to run. Shapanik is just going to do blocking duty on Stefan. Stefan's looking to aim across because you know what's coming. Muka's taking shots first in the T100. He gets past okay. Shoku takes a shot, but he gets past. No, he takes 2 shots, gets past okay. But Negative is sitting there waiting. They need to focus into Negative. But look at this. Shoku could go down for this, Daki. This is really dangerous play for him. And Negative gets the kill. The other Bihu didn't fall over, so why didn't Bihu go with his teammates?
Bihu, I guess, shooting towards Stefan. The mouse should be picking that up. I don't think he should be able to get out of there. Papa Pavian might get it, or Bihu. Bihu needs to be careful because he was still spotted. Stefan's still alive. And in the meantime, Papa Pavian's getting pushed by Coca Collapse, and he has no support. And Philware is pushing on towards Never Carry, and he picked him up, and it might have been a little bit too late for Utopia.
Philware getting a kill on Never Carry. Steroids getting a kill on Stefano, but he only had a sliver of health left. Now Papa Pavian's going to come off reload. He's going to get shots into Coca Collapse. Tries to go for a side shot, gets through there. He has to get himself protected from Zafarchik up on that hill. But look at this, Coca Collapse still has angles into Papa Pavian. He's not going to be able to protect himself against that mouse. Papa Pavian puts one through the side of his turret.
Might become close.
Kaizu getting a kill on Shapanik down into the cap circle. Now we're down to the last minute of the game. Look at this, Papa Pavian just missing there on Coca Collapse, not getting through. And if they had more time, yep, it could have still gone in their favour. But GoHard just have more HP here to be able to trade against Utopia. And vitally, an extra gun because they don't have an artillery.
Even with more time, I don't know. I feel where just cleaned up 2 tanks, and then the rest of the boys from Utopia would have to push in still. Even if they did this earlier, it would not have worked out because GoHard did the damage on the crossing. They did more than enough. Maybe if Utopia had more time, they could go for something else, but now Never Carry was just left by himself because he was so low HP, and Failware just went and killed him, like straight.
Bihu not able to get that final penetrating shot there onto the mouse of Coca Collapse. Annihilator's going to come round into the tail end of Bihu. And Failware picking up a triple kill as Mocha tries a cheeky shot at Annihilator just to distract him, but with only a T100 in the cap circle who's spotted left, and only 5 seconds left pretty much on the clock right now. It's going to be GoHard picking up this round. 2 for 2. Teams proving quite equal against each other here, Daki, but again, not really seeing the strong GoHard that we were expecting to see, but in flip side, not seeing the same Utopia. So it's
both teams doing well though to hold on their defenses, showing good stuff, showing the climbs off. Mines between 2 good teams can be a
1-1 for sure. Yeah,
a slow map, very slow in this map. I think both teams ran out of time.
And they both did similar things, so they both kind of really put a kind of wrench in each other's plans by having that light tank climb up the hill. So
Kaizu did most damage. Did you see the 2.4? So not bad, but it's 10-minute game though. 2.4 over a 10-minute game.
True. Annihilator there coming next in the E4. Particularly you didn't want to see it more, especially shooting 11 times, but a lot of them were blind shots as well, so we'll let that one slide. Bihu then, Papa Pavian. Papa Pavian, we will talk about him a lot, I'm pretty sure, throughout the season. I think he's one of the key players for Utopia.
He's done pretty well so far. I mean, yeah, I think he's done well so far. That was Mines though. Not much to say about it, right? I mean, we saw what happened in the climb. Blocking off most of the aggression on 9-0 line, forced 1-2 line push, which doesn't really work when the team's prepared for it. It's going to be going into Ghost Town. I mean, at least if we give Artie a damage buff, then people like Sheesh and others can mark their 50V, perhaps once upon a lifetime, you know?
But if you increase RA Daki, then it's going to make it harder to play something like the 50V.
They can play it in Platoon. I've watched people do this. This really works.
Okay, explain it.
You know, you pick an Artie, you put optics on your tank, and you drive forward, and then Artie just shoots. and then you get like 10,000 spotting damage, and you know you get 3 marks.
Okay, but would that work for the 50B? Is that the way to do it with the 50B? Is that how you would? Is that how you 3-marked your 50B by spotting for artillery?
If you put camo,
is that what you're telling us?
Any tank's a spotter if you put optics and camo nets on it.
You suicide
okay?
YOLO'd in the 50B?
Every time.
Every time, Devi. Right. Okay, now moving here into Ghost Town. Things are all tied between these teams. We're 2 maps down. We're going into map number 3 here. It is 2-2. GoHard are going to start on the defense. Utopia are going to start on the attack. GoHard on the red side. Utopia on the blue side. It's going to be interesting to see this one.
It's going to be interesting to hear from them as well.
Yeah, I believe this one we're going to use a team speak round this one, so we're going to be listening to the teams. It'll be interesting to hear how the comms are in GoHard, whether they sound calm, whether they sound, you know, agitated or not. Interesting as well, the GoHard lineup hasn't changed all match. It's been exact same players the entire time.
Yeah. So far in the Leo one, I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of this tank just yet. I mean, we've seen it a few times now. Kuritsa's played it as well. It's just a big box, honestly. Like
everything pens it. Everything, absolutely everything pens it.
Yeah, I think T1's can pen it. That's the thing.
Stefan just ran through the cap circle there and taking out some stuff behind him, backing it off. But look at this, Utopia are not doing any kind of cap shenanigans. They are looking for a fight.
Yeah, I guess they will push the mouses onto the cap. Reminds me a little bit of how Elevate plays this map as well, to be honest, actually. Not even joking around. Elevate kind of plays it similar. They put the mouses.
Why would you be joking around there, Daki?
I mean, because some people like to laugh at that.
Everyone likes to laugh.
They put mouses onto the cap, and they're still undefeated, by the way, so like, you know, I don't think they care.
A strong team.
So they put the mouse onto the cap, and then they force GoHard to make a rotation. Shapanak here is safe from the eastern side of the map, but if somebody peeks up at F5, they could punish him, but that's where Never Carry and Steroids are over there. I wonder if they'll be able to block off Coca Collapse enough so that he doesn't get a reset. I think Failware might, I don't know, I mean, Stefan might even have an angle from all the way in the back. I don't think, maybe not. Maybe. I think Coca Collapse will be the first one to try to reset.
Patient game at the moment from GoHard and Utopia. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Coca-Cola is bouncing as he trades off with the tanks opposite him. Kaizu being the first one to take damage here on the map in his T57 heavy for GoHard, but so far so slow right now from both teams.
Yeah, they're just trading hold down. That doesn't really do anything. I mean, Shapanak got reset it already in his tank. Goga Collapse is a very difficult position for him to play. I mean, he's already racked up 2k blocked right now, but it's 5A versus 5A. You either hit, I think, the gun mantle that you can pen, the cupolas as well, and Goga Collapse got the first penetration, but Utopia is still going for this cap. But I don't know if you can put all of this onto the cap, though. Like, he is going to get reset at one point, one way or another. I mean, there's no stopping it.
Coca-Cola here, facing off against Never Carry and Steroids.
The thing is, if Coca Collapse tries to reset, like he needs to drive a little. No, the thing is, he needs to drive a little bit to the left and then peek up, and that will result in 2 5A shots into the back. That's only like last resort. They don't want to do that unless they have to.
And Shapanak is angled in a way to try and deflect that shot if possible.
They'd like this more. Niall should be pushing up and going towards that corner. At one point, like I think he should push up and go towards the corner. And just play from that point on, because I don't see how.
50 seconds.
They got a reset.
Was a reset. I was wondering if it actually came out. Looks like perhaps Niall got the reset, or was it an over shoulder, maybe from
Failware,
Kaiser or something. Maybe, yeah.
I don't see Niall or Coca Collapse being on reload when the reset happens.
Never Carry now backing off to change positions, come back round the back. Coca Collapse just ignoring Coca Collapse now from where they were. Coca Collapse actually taking a shot there, got damaged engine, repaired that one instantly. Didn't want to hang about, move about slowly. Now, Never Carry and Steroids going to rotate all the way around. Looks like they're heading up into Death Alley area, Daki, where Papa Favin is, and support him or try and push into base 1, because nobody from GoHard is covering the top area, or nobody they think is covering that top area, but they have to expect the Leopard to be there.
Look like it's going to have to be triple cap pressure or double cap pressure at the very least for the side of Utopia. The one thing that is going against them right now, GoHard 1, expected. 2, all the buildings are down, so it makes it easier for the Leo to reset. So this is going to be a hard cap to pull off, to be honest.
Yeah, Stefan ran into that area. Now Annihilator is able to spot Shapanak running over. BQ doesn't have any shots onto Annihilator, but I mean, you can see from the mini-map the rotation here from Utopia. Everyone's pushing up into that area. Never Carry only has a small bit of building in front of him. Papapowan driving up in front of him, spotted, and the building, well, the rubble is taken out there, so Zafarchik can now start farming damage into them, start getting resets, and this is going to be a tough one for Utopia to come back out of.
Well, it's triple cap pressure, so we're going to have to see if this actually is going to work out for Utopia.
It's a reset already.
Yeah, but 33 seconds. I mean, Zafar cannot miss too many shots or bounce too many. Ooh, there's a shield coming out, though. Ooh, that's a pretty all-in tactic right here.
So Never Carry's going to sit side on. They're going to lift their guns up. Zafar's only going to be able to get shots into Never Carry. At the same time, we're going to try and distract with the rest of the tanks, so that Steroids and Papapowan can push Never Carry up just a little bit higher to get a bit of safety. Let's listen into Utopia to see if they can actually close this one out and make it.
Hej, pomocy! Dobra, on mnie nie zrobi.
Ja dojeżdżam.
Dojeżdżaj, wie?
Dojeżdżam, ja go przejdę tutaj. Ja go muka przejmę.
Przejmij go. On wie do mnie.
Kurwa,
Ja cię mam sam
maksymalny limit,
ja
to
jadę.
sobie strzelane, nie?
Ja jadę.
Od Mausa.
Musimy to zrobić.
Ja mam
tu.
50 kg.
ile masz?
Musimy. Ja
Ile
4
masz?
pechy mam.
Ja
4
mam
pechy.
dwie mam.
Mam sami do przodu. Do przodu.
Jadę.
Wózek wjeżdża po Fabiana, wózek po Fabiana wjeżdża.
Zety musimy, zety 113.
Ładuję.
To róbcie teraz to. No. Ja 2 pechy mam. Jedź, uciekaj,
Jeszcze
bo ja
raz
to zrobię.
Sekundę mam do niej.
Ty Łuka, tutaj ja.
10 sekund do kapa.
Meczka jedna.
Ej, 8 sekund.
Zapujecie to.
Ja robię.
Zabijcie
On już nie dojedzie, on już nie dojedzie.
Leopard też nie dojedzie.
Daki, we
Last second reset, but it doesn't matter much because Failware getting the ram kill. Oh no, actually Zafar picked it up. I thought Failware got the ram kill. I don't think it's going to change much because 1 second left, now back to 6. They need to kill Coco Collapse, and who's going to reset then?
Papapowan can actually trade the shots here, so Papapowan's going to get a kill, point blank. Steroids actually gets the kill. Papapowan has all the HP. This is still right to the wire, but they just don't have the HP to trade. Papapowan, Zafarchik just running distraction. Biku getting the kill. This is actually going really close here, Daki. Failware still surviving on a sliver of health. Somebody needs to get a shot into him. What's the issue?
They have the cap with a 5A versus a Leopard and a AMX 50B. First of all, Papapowan can now fall back into the hold down, where they're not going to be able to reset him very well. Biku can go to the C0 position in the back lines to make sure that there's no rotation coming around. And if there is, first of all, Biku is a 2-shot for the Leopard. He'll take 1 shot from the 5A. He'll take 2 shots at least from Biku. That's a dead Leopard almost. So this is like, if Biku will peek up, or Papapowan's already looking there. If Zafar fires... If Zafar fires onto Papapowan, Biku kills him.
There's there already. He's running in. Zafar. There's a connection for Papapowan. Biku gets the shot. Zafar. He needs to ram. He got the kill. So Zafar on the triple kill. We've said this before. When the tank comes down from that area, it can end up being the tank that saves the match. Papapowan kind of needs to start going looking for that. He needs to rush the Leopard. The problem is he has to be careful because Failware's going to peek out from wherever he is. Now, Zafar has to be careful here because if Failware's not actually in a position to support him, Papapowan's just going to push up into Zafar. So where is Failware right now? If we look at the viewpoint from the other team, Zafar might, Papapowan actually might get a free kill now into Zafar because Failware wasn't in position to be able to support his teammate. Papapowan holding his shot. Nicely done now. Papapowan can now trade with Failware. 2 minutes on the clock as Failware just going to run away Daki into a corner. That's what he was doing.
The 2 minutes is very important because
Papapowan can't count.
He can't. What? Did you just say he can't count?
Can't. Well, I was going to say can't.
No, listen. The thing is, with 2 minutes left, Papapowan cannot solo cap anymore. Now he needs to find the hunt. Now the thing is, I think he has 2 repair kits, so he's going to be ready for that. The thing is, if Failware can juke around for long enough, like Papapowan has
He's got to check the building area first because that's where immediately you're going to think someone's going to go into the building.
He can spot that by proxy, but he's a long distance away from Failware right now.
What a way to lose a round.
To be honest though, like if I was Failware, I would also be hiding where he is right now, which is probably not a good thing.
I suppose, I mean, Papapowan
No, but because like if I was going to be hiding there, then Utopia is going to probably think about that as well.
Well, I mean, he's going to the one area he can check, and he's going to have to check down the bottom of the map.
He has time. He has, but 1 minute. I think he has time to cross over all the way. I'm not sure, but I think
This is another one of these rounds where, unfortunately, we came out of TeamSpeak too early. It was the exact same in Ghost Time we did it before. Papapowan going the slowest way round possible. Now he should check that corner, surely. His teammates will be doing check the corners because, well, seconds initially. I mean, Failware's right in front of him. Once he sees him,
Well,
he
right
does
in
have
front of
time
him.
to do him.
He's still like at least 30 seconds
he has
away.
no idea. He just has to rush him. Failware can track him and
It's
hide
the only.
back.
It's the only thing he can still check. He doesn't have time to make it anywhere else. To be honest,
Yeah.
like he doesn't have time to make it to H8. He doesn't have time anywhere else. He needs to go check that. 35 seconds. He looks to be looking. He looks at it. I think he might actually do it.
He
is going for it.
Yep.
Papa Pavian might be the hero.
He must go for it. He has
25
to check.
seconds.
He's going to slow up in the buildings, so this is the problem. The buildings are going to
That's
slow him
fine.
down.
He has time. He has time. He's going to see him. He's going to see him.
Look to your left, Papa Pavan. Look to your left. Look to your left. Other left.
Oh, no. Oh, he's looking.
No.
He's looking.
12 seconds. He's spotted.
He's
Can
found
he get
him.
a shot?
He needs
Papa
to hit this.
Pavan. Time. Pressure. Nicely done. Well done. Well played, Papa Pavan. Very nicely done. And well-deserved there win for Utopia. To be honest, if GoHard won it, it would be a well-deserved win as well because they managed to do what they needed to do. So, if anything, a fantastic trade between these two teams. Very equal to each other. Very equal.
That was close. I think actually Papa Byron got lucky that he only had 1 minute on the clock. Because, like, the thing is, with 1 minute, he just doesn't have time to go. Like, you have 2 sets of buildings, because Ghost Town is, like, symmetrical or pretty much symmetrical. So you have the set of buildings in the top side, where you can drive in. You have where you also have a set of buildings in the bottom side.
You can drive in as
where
well.
you can drive in as
Right,
well.
yeah, yeah.
But with 1 minute left, to drive all the way around from that position, he would not make it. He would not make that.
And I was going to say, because another thing is people would have just said, go inside the building area. Now, you go inside the building area, you're a 50B, you've got a full clip. You can track him coming over, but he had 2 repair packs.
Yeah, 2 repair.
So he boom, repair the first one. Hit him again, boom, repair the first one. And he only needs 1 shot. Only needs 1 shot.
He would use a small repair kit first and then his big repair kit.
Yeah.
Depends on if he gets Samurai though. The thing is, he would actually he should have driven into the building area, not the one on the top. He should have driven in the bottom one.
And it was a very good shot he did as well when Zafarchik was running in against Biku as well to connect in that shot.
Biku played that
leopard
not
the
that
move.
great in my opinion. Biku should be peeking up. Like you can
Yeah.
he can peek by turret. Now Zafar got spotted already full speed. Now if Biku sees him coming, he can take some distance to get at least those 2 shots,
get the
right?
Ram kill. Because the Ram did a bit of damage as well. It helped
The Ram killed him, so
yeah.
Biku would have, I think, been able almost to kill him. Yeah, or just about make him 1 shot.
Yeah,
at least.
yeah. Papa Power would have had an easier time, but right to the wire. I'm sure. I mean, listening into the comms, obviously, for everyone who speaks Polish, they would have enjoyed it. But again, you can always hear the emotion. Certainly, you could hear the emotion earlier on when we listened into Savage Squad. So now it's going to be GoHard on the attack. It's going to be Utopia on the defense. It is going to be super interesting listening to the tone in GoHard's voice when they're talking.
That's a depressing round. That's what I would call a depressing round because that doesn't make you feel good. I still think that, like, you know, Failware going there, like I said, I would be hiding there as well. So that's an issue. I would hide there as well. I think he should have gone like H8, 9 in those buildings.
I was thinking about, I mean, you always see people use, I mean, 9 times out of 10 if someone hides in the building, it's in the C5 building. People don't hide really in the H 671 that's equal to it.
It would be the most unlogical thing because from there, if he was on that side of the map, he would not be able to support Zafar at all.
Yeah, as silly as it sounds, you would almost in a way want to hide at the bottom of the map and then rotate back round to where Papa Pavan just was, because you're not going to go back to where you just were.
Look at GoHard though, they're pushing straight across the K
Hyper
line.
aggressive here. Spotted out Stefan, not spotted, but other tanks spotted out coming around the bottom here. All of Utopia at the north of the map, so GoHard's plan is kind of giving up here. So interesting tactic. I mean, what are they actually trying to do here from GoHard?
Well, they know that it's very hard to deal with Utopia because Utopia has double type 5 heavy. Those type 5s will just sit on the corner and destroy anything that goes into the cap because they shoot the turret, they splash both tanks, they keep doing that, they knock out crew, they knock out modules. Your tank pretty much gets wrecked until you're basically nothing more than a health pool. So they want to avoid that. That's why they took quick control over to the south side of the map, and now they're taking quick control with the mouses. They're trying to force Utopia into coming to reset, and they want to do as much damage as they possibly can because Utopia has a more healthier lineup. They want to kill something as it comes around the corner.
Annihilator sitting in the cap circle, looking at the view here from Shupanik in the area we normally call Death Alley because so much team fights kind of focus into this area. Gokallaps in the cap circle here with Annihilator, so it's all going to depend on how Utopia are going to move this. It is 2 in the cap circle, 25 seconds to go. Negative pushing in over here into Muka. There needs to be a reset coming in from someone, Daki. We're down to 20 seconds. Looks like Muka might be the one to do it. Pavan coming over. Gokallaps takes a shot from Muka. So there's reset coming in. Oh, wait a minute. On fire in the mouse, right to the face. Coca-Cola does not have an extinguisher. He has chocolate, a medipack, and repair pack, so it's a lot of damage going out into him.
Yeah, and Muka's doing really well from that position. You can see the damage he's putting onto the side of those mouses. And GoHard's bleeding. Failware's bleeding even more. This is not going well whatsoever.
Failware's taking a lot of damage. He's lost his commander for this as well. GoHard are still in this fight, but Utopia are winning the trades, and they're winning it well. Bihu taking a lot of damage here. Papa Pavin taking a bit of damage here as well. The cap continues, but GoHard are having to reposition. Coca-Cola not in a great position right now. He's down to 400 HP.
He's down to even less now, 240 left, and Nile bleeding. Coca-Cola bleeding. I don't think it's going well for GoHard whatsoever.
Nope, it's not going well at all. I think it's a perfect time to listen in to GoHard and see how they plan to get out of this one. Okay, well, we're a bit early for that one, so we're not going to hear them just now. They've lost Coca-Cola. Annihilator now fighting back here with Muka. Let's actually listen in now and see how they're going to do it.
Try to kill one and strip us.
I can help you also, we can help.
Shoot.
Track
Track him again.
Okay.
You finish?
Yeah. I'm reload.
You still have shots to type? I have shots. Does type have a shot, guys? Wenn das hier
Yes, he has.
Okay.
Badget -1.
I have
-2 Badget. Liga, if you go in front, he can't. Actually.
6 seconds. 6 seconds. I will pick. I will try to pick. We need to.
Yeah, I need to go behind.
I'm reloading.
Okay. It's...
Nice team stick, by the way. Why we can't just play here instantly when they spot it? Why we need going here? Why we need kite like this? What happened? Lol, it's 4 tanks was spotted in one square. I was spotted here and I said that badges were here. We just need to can't just stay and fab this.
Well, we said it, Taki. It would be interesting to hear the team speak of GoHard, and that's kind of what we were expecting to hear, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of frustration creeping through.
Yeah, not much to say about this. You could hear definite frustration in the voice of Zafar. It's not going well. They didn't cover off Muka's position. Like, if you go cap, you cannot let Muka just like first cross like that. Like,
yeah.
Honestly, teams don't let like. We can watch Stefan die.
Stefan going down swinging. No, Papa Pavin picking up a double kill and he's type 5 heavy. Utopia, we said this before, Utopia are playing really strong right now. Really playing as a team, really playing well together.
Like, when I was watching Elevate do this, it was actually much better. First of all, they had somebody on the bottom corner. Like, you have Muka, the bottom corner. On that corner, they had to make sure that they... to make sure they farm the guy that crosses over. But then they also have another thing, and I think it was a Foch B, if I'm not wrong.
Foch.
Foch. It doesn't matter.
It does.
It does not matter.
You don't call it a meese, you call it a mouse.
It does not. I will call it meese from now on if it makes you feel bad, okay? So they have a Foch over... I'm going to pull out my hair in a second. They have a Foch over there that can farm those guys in the side that are going to peek out. But the thing is, like, they already let Muka get into the position unpunished. So Muka is just freely peeking up onto the mouses. Okay. And then the type 5 from Papa Pavian, I think it was Papa Pavian.
You know you're getting it wrong when I'm having to tell you how to say a tank name or player name.
I think it was Papa Pavian who then just peeks up and shoots Coca-Cola. And these two mouses, they're just sitting there. And there's no support. There's nobody that can do anything to save their lives. They bleed most of their HP. They go down to like 1,000. Coca-Cola goes down to like 100. Yeah. So these mouses just bleed. There's no response from GoHard. There's nothing going on around the map. Zafar is in the 1-2 line doing absolutely nothing. Utopia has 4 super heavies that are having a great time. They're just having fun. They're laughing on TeamSpeak. It's going amazing. Great fun. Yeah, the best
great
kind of fun.
Guys. Like, don't stir the pot. Just in the middle of frustration.
Either GoHard mouses went too soon, or the other tanks were not in position at the right time because Utopia took positions.
I think the GoHard 2 mouse were okay, or Mausen. I believe, Moisen. I'm going to get it wrong again. The thing is when we did this, I watched the chat, I looked back at the chat, and everyone writes the correct term for multiple mouse in chat, but that still doesn't help anyone who's not a native German speaker know how to pronounce because it has the gem
I don't know.
as well.
Maybe some desync
One
issues
mouse,
there
two mouse.
between the team, but they have to make it work now on Cliff. They are defending first. They have double 430. That looks like a semi-aggressive lineup because the 430 obviously...
Okay, this one from Utopia as well is very flexible.
Yeah, the thing is with the 430s, obviously, you cannot use 907s. They're not allowed to use special tanks, reward tanks and such. So the 430 is the best, like it has the highest DPM of all Russian mediums.
430 also has a different textured log on it. It looks like a birch log on the back of it. The same tree they actually just ran over.
I mean, it's as close to a 907 as you can get, right? Without the magical armor that bounces everything.
Oh, Annihilator taking one in the face already.
If Utopia is going to keep pushing this, they're going to kill everybody.
Annihilator taking another one in the face right now. And this is hyper aggressive here. Biku and Shipanic are not holding back here. They're going right down their throats. And look at how aggressive this push is here. They're going to try and drop Kaiser. They want to take this one. They want to finish this match quickly, Daki.
Yeah, but Shuko in the meantime is getting punished for this. This crossing might hurt just a little bit more than they expected because Filware was there. Negative was there as well. Negative goes down towards the one shot, but he's still alive. Filware now bleeding as well. GoHard just about holding on. Utopia with the HP advantage, but no positional advantage right now and no gun advantage either. This might be a little bit overzealous from them.
The initial shocking awe factor here from Utopia has not gone in their favour until they can try and perhaps carry on pushing. Looks like Steroid's going to be the next one going in. He gets the kill onto Kaiser. He wants to get a shot into Failware as well. Failware's not reloaded. He's trying to protect Negative. A little ram in there to Negative to do a little bit more damage. Steroid is going to get the shot. No, he doesn't, as Annihilator picks up the kill. Now, where's the rest of the tanks from GoHard and Utopia? They're trying to come running in from the middle. Shipanic getting a kill on Negative. Never Carry getting the kill on Failware now. GoHard with 4 tanks. Utopia with 4 tanks. And things are going to reset now. Things are going to come back down again as everyone gets new positions.
Never mind about that positional advantage. Utopia putting in some more aggression actually returned the favor because they didn't stop. They kept going. The tanks from GoHard, most of them were still on the reload or just about to come off of it, like Failware and Negative, but they were so low HP. I think Failware, I mean, I made a mistake peeking against the 5A, but
yeah, it's
a tough situation at that point. But now the fight will calm down. It's 4v4. There is an HP lead for Utopia, but we can blame that pretty much on 5A so far.
Oh.
This is not going to work out. Papa Pavin's already here. He's going to get punished. That's 1.2k to the face.
Zafar getting farmed here. Papa Pavin trying to get into that engine deck.
Hello?
Zafar is going to get shots into Papa Pavin. Is there any support here for Papa Pavin?
He needs to kill Papa.
He needs to kill Papa Pavin, yeah. Papa Pavin's going to come running down from here. Muka's looking to try and get shots. Papa Pavin's going to run the opposite way though, and he's going to get himself safe. So Zafar just throwing away HP there, perhaps in a little bit of frustration driving out there in open.
I really don't understand that.
Not expecting GoHard, not expecting Utopia to have a tank in that position.
There's no excuse for driving like that rather than going around.
Can rush at him now. He's fully loaded again.
Don't think he can rush him. Stefan's going to be controlling him from the hill, but this really swings it into Utopia's favor. If that 430 was full HP, he'd be a powerhouse because he'd be shooting. Papa Pavin failed, by the way. If he was full HP, he'd be shooting. Now, he's pretty much degraded to a Creator 31 player. You know, red line.
Red line sniper. Okay.
What? Didn't do nothing.
You're really polite sometimes to your clan members.
Hey, he knows I love him.
Okay. There's no stronger love than a clan commander for his clanmates, is there?
Sure thing, if that's what you believe. I'd like to see like ammo loadouts for the bats because Stefan has APCR loaded. I want to see what Nile has because if they both have APCR, they're going to struggle against this 5A. Actually, struggle a lot.
Stefan, yep, APCR, 13 shots left. He's got 1 missing right now. Annihilator's also on APCR. Shipanic,
nice.
Take a shot, didn't need to take that, misses.
Yeah, but you could say the same thing about Zafar, right?
Yeah, it's a big difference.
A few shots he didn't have to take.
Didn't have to take 1, didn't have to take 2. Oh, nice. Nice. Papa Pavin stepping up again. Surely the MVP of Utopia here during this match.
Goga collapse, still full HP. He should be the one making the play. I think he should push the 9-0 line like Zafar did, but better. If he gets into the right position, he can do a lot of damage towards this TVP.
Maka going to do that super dangerous climb at the back though. Papa Pavin is going to get farmed a little bit here, can get himself safe. Stefan's probably going to...
Stefan needs to play slightly more aggressive.
It's not pushing over at the same time. Now, Muka was down at that K3 area, so I was wondering if he's going to do a hyper dangerous climb. And Papa Powan, oh, just edging back in time there. There's no kind of coverage for him, so Papa Powan, I mean, Annihilator could potentially push as well. He has to be careful he doesn't do that. Stefan is spotted here by Mucka. Mucka getting one shot into him. It's very nicely done. Stefan just goes invisible. Mucka's now looking across to Annihilator. He's in a good position here to support Papa Pavan.
They're going to try and rush Nile, and there's nothing they can really do about it.
Papa Pavan getting the kill there onto Stefan, peeking over, taking a shot for his troubles. Great one-on-one trade there. Papa Pavan coming out on top. Now Annihilator is on a one-shot. Zafarchik is on a one-shot. Coco Collapse has all the HP, but doesn't have any shots because he's round the back of the mountain.
Annihilator on reload. We said he's going to struggle against that 5A, and
switching into heat now.
I think he did really struggle against him. This round was lost when Zafar
Never
drove.
carry, it's still got full HP.
Yeah, I mean this round was lost when Zafar just drove through the middle of the map.
Wow. Trade there, never carry.
Well, maybe not.
Double clipped. Wow, okay. Clipped out there by Coco Collapse. Papa Pavan again! MVP! Step up, laddie. Never carry. Just missed that shot on Annihilator. That is potentially bad, but Mucka still has full HP as well, so he can come in and trade from Coco Collapse, taking a shot. Papa Pavan coming over the top, getting a shot there into Annihilator as Mucka kills Annihilator, coming around, clipping around to Coco Collapse. You panic, getting a double kill, and Utopia taking this one 5-2, and GoHard. Oh, you guys are going to have to go back to the drawing board. It's not good at all. Not what we expect. But hey, fantastic play from Utopia. We said coming into this they were going to be a dangerous opponent, and they have shown everyone definitely like they are. They're one of the teams to be feared right now.
Great play from Utopia, honestly. Like continuing the aggression down the 1-2 line, direct countering what GoHard was doing very well. Again.